Hi, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out the jazz standard Misty, one of the all-time classic ballads. This is a beautiful song and a really good one for kind of beginners to get into as well, because it's useful for learning chord substitutions and various different chord grips. It's nice and slow, so there's a little bit of time to explore some of those other chords. What I'm going to do now is go to a close-up and just run through the whole song all the way through. I didn't do it right at the beginning because it's kind of a long tune. And then after I've done that, I'll go through and talk you through the changes a little slower and some of the other kind of chord options that you might like to explore as well. So let's get to that close-up. Let's have a talk through those chords now. So starting with the A section, we've got an E flat major 7 for a whole bar, half a bar of B flat minor 7, half a bar of E flat 7 to a full bar of A flat major 7. Half a bar of A flat minor 7, half a bar of D flat 7. Half a bar again of E flat major 7 going to a C minor 7, F minor 7 to B flat 7, to the turnaround, G minor 7 to C7, F minor 7 to B flat 7. So just be aware here that it's a good kind of tune to look at some of those extensions. So sometimes you might be wanting to play, say, a E flat major 9 or an E flat major 7 like this, which is kind of a C-shaped one, nothing on the thicker string, then 6th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. It's a very nice grip if you want to do chord melody later and have that kind of thing. So, you know, this is where you can kind of experiment with some of your chords a little bit. A flat major 7, you could substitute that for a major 6 as well. A minor 7, you could add the 9th in there with a little finger. D flat 9 instead of D flat 7, and a little extension again. E flat major 7, C minor 7. Really nice movement there, as well as if you get into the chord melody later, just having that. This is a D flat 9 chord, but because we're not playing that 4th string, you can kind of get away with doing it just as a bar with your first finger there. So E flat major 7, D flat 9, C minor 7, to F minor 7, B flat 7. Now the first time through, it's going to this series of two 5s, which is the G minor 7, C7, F minor 7 to B flat 7. A nice little thing in there is to look at some substitutions that you might want to try. G minor 7 to a G flat 7 or G flat 9 works nice. So G minor 7, G flat 9, F minor 7, E9 going to the major 7. It's just a slightly more interesting turnaround than having that straight one. You can hear us. You know, they're nice substitutions. The second time, so the second time bar, the end of the A section, or the second A section, is normally an E flat 6. If you play a major 7th, you have this note D here, which clashes a little bit with the melody, because the melody note is finishing on an E flat. So normally when you've got the root note and the melody note the same, it tends to work better being a 6 chord rather than a major 7. And then you've got the D flat 9. Again, you can add that nice little 13th thing in there to an E flat major 7 again. So then we hit the B section, and we're starting off B flat minor 7 to E flat 7. Now again, the real book says that it's an E7 flat 9, which is this chord, quite dissonant, and that's because the melody is going. So that's why it's kind of specifying the flat 9, but for me it sounds a little bit, it clashes a little bit if you just jump straight to it. So I tend to play that one just as a straight E flat 7, that particular chord. So B flat minor 7, E flat 7, then you've got an A flat major 7. You could look at some of those little kind of movements that you might know. Other substitutions for a major 7, especially when the melody finishes there at the end of that, the first bar of it. It's got a little couple of beats where you could explore the chords a little bit. So it's 2 bars of the A flat major 7. Then we're going to A minor 7. Now again, the real book has got a whole bar of A minor 7, then half a bar of D7, half a bar of F7. But the changes that I've always played have been A7 for half a bar, D7 or D9 for half a bar, C minor 7 to F7 or F9. You can play whichever you like. So there's the real book, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got a nice little turnaround again, that same sequence we had before, the run of 2 5s. But like I said, I generally play it A minor 7, D7, C minor 7, F7 or F9. So often I'm saying F7, I'm playing F9 because they're essentially the same chord. So the B section again from the top. B flat minor 7, E flat 7, A flat major 7 for 2 whole bars. You can play it 6 there, sounds nice. Then to A minor 7, D7 or D9, C minor. And then we've got that same one we had before, G minor 7, C7. It's got the flat 9 again in the real book. If you want to play that you can, or you can do that substitution I mentioned earlier. Either one of those things will work. And then we're back at essentially the same progression as the beginning. The E flat major 7, B flat minor 7, E flat 7 to A flat major 7, to A minor 7 to D7, E flat, C minor, F minor 7. I really like this grip for an F minor 7 as well. It's the same notes as this. Nothing on the thickest 2 strings, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. And then to a B flat 7, really like this grip again. This is a 6th fret nothing, 6, 5, 3 to B flat 9. Get a nice flat 9 there as well, going to E flat major 6 for the last chord. It's got another little rundown at the end, simply a 1, 6, 2, 5. But of course you could be because it's a 1, 6, 2, 5. I've got a couple of lessons on various chord substitutions that you might want to pull for that little bit. But Really, you know, it's about exploring this tune and exploring the harmony a bit and seeing what chords that you feel like sound good for it. I'm sure you're going to have a whole lot of fun experimenting with these chords for Misty. The big deal really is to remember to use your ears, because sometimes you'll find kind of jazz rules and substitutions and extensions that in theory should work but don't sound good, and it's pretty important that you're using your ears all the time, especially looking out for things that are clashing with the melody. If you're in a kind of improvised section, then you know, you can kind of play with a little bit more and lead the soloist in a particular place if you want. But if you're working with a singer especially, you've got to be careful and play nice stuff and not trying to get too clever with it. Especially these sort of ballads, they're beautiful songs on their own. They don't need too much fancy stuff going on. But at the same time, it's a great song for exploring. And if you're jamming with your friends and trying out different chords, one of the best ways to do it is to play the bad chords. And, you know, as long as you realize, it's just to explore it. You know, that's part of the deal. So hope you will join me for the next lesson, and I'll take you through how to play the melody. See you soon. Bye-bye.